Hello and welcome. Today we are going over 15 easy tips to help you gain the advantage in Deadlock. Without further ado, let's hop right in. Before purchasing any big items in the game, it is highly recommended that you get a few tier 1 items. The reason building for a few tier 1 items instead of just buying a huge one up front is every item acquired will give you a base stat bonus. So those stacked over a few 2, 4, 6 items will give you a huge benefit early on and allows a lot of survivability and fighting potential. You can also track enemies' ultimates in this game. I highly recommend, if you know you can't deal with the enemy's ult and have no counter at the time, that you either don't engage in the fight or wait for teammate for backup. Vending machines, also known as center sacrifice, will spawn on the map right here around the 10-minute mark. They can only be consumed by punching, and once done so, you will get some souls and a permanent stat boost. After completely drained, they will spawn every 5 minutes. When laning phase first start, it's very important you keep an eye on the enemy's soul count, as once they hit 3,000, that's the benchmark for them to get their ultimate. And some of these character ultimates will just lead flat out to easy kills. In this game, there's constantly a lot going on and it's hard to keep track of it, so I highly recommend that you be looking at your map every 5 to 12 seconds. It is very important for game sense, it's very important for knowing what your team's doing, and it's very important knowing when you're pushing too far ahead and may be caught out, or when enemy might be rotating to you. When losing an ally, walker, or guardian, if your life's not in immediate danger, you should definitely try to stick around to see how many other souls you can steal. If you're ever getting poked heavy in lane and feel like you can't sustain yourself, I highly recommend buying the item Healing Right, as long as you don't get hit, it will regenerate a lot of your health, and it will keep you from backing the base so you don't miss out on any precious souls. With Haze being one of the most highest win rate, highly picked characters, causing a lot of frustration, you should try picking up 2 of these items to help counteract her. 1 being knockdown, and 2 being bullet vest. Often later into the game, bullet vest might be your best option, as she definitely will have a counter for your knockdown. But yeah, if it's early game, all the way on knockdown. After winning lane, people often get confused what to do. Should they farm? Should they look for a fight, or should they further push the lane? The answer to that is, if you're a side lane, you should look to help push a mid lane out, and if you're a mid lane, you should look to help push a side lane out. The first part of the game, you should often be looking to take every lane's first guardian. Look to use your melee a lot more, as people often forget about it as a good source of damage. As it scales like your other damage options, it can lead to a lot of early kills if used proper. It also builds in damage with items acquired as well as your gun damage. When it comes to early game, souls are very important, and more important that you don't get them stolen. So I highly recommend that you try executing them whenever given the chance. Because if the enemy gets too much of a soul lead on you, it might lead to early kills or even an earlier guardian take. The Rejuvenator has to be claimed with a heavy melee, so looking to hold parry in front may prevent an enemy from trying to steal it. Oftentimes I recommend being the one to parry, as your team is going to be way focused on just trying to claim it. To gain an advantage, I highly recommend while rotating into lane and out of lane to look for golden Buddhas. That's what they're called, right? Golden Buddhas? Some of the times they may offer permanent stat boost that will stack over a long period of time. If you're trying out a new character and you don't know what to build, you can go to the browse build section to see what's the latest trending builds and often the most used ones for your character. When learning a new character or wanting to master your current main, I recommend browsing Twitch to see if a streamer is maining them. Oftentimes you can see a build or playstyle or just ability knowledge they developed to save you time, and it's kind of like a shortcut. And also they'll probably putting in way more hours than you can possibly afford to. And that's going to do it for my Deadlock 15 easy tips. Now I'll be probably focusing on some more guys later on as I further learn the game. We're currently almost 100 hours in. Mad addicting. If you enjoy the video, a like and subscribe is always appreciated. And with that being said, I hope you all have a good, wonderful rest of your day.